Hi, I want to talk to you about how you can increase your standard of practice and success in homeopathy. Basically, there are three important steps. The first step is fundamental knowledge. That means knowledge of materia medica, repertory, and philosophy. This is very, very important, and probably you are provided this in your colleges or in your institutes. There is one more step, the second step, and that is contemporary knowledge. That means the recent developments in the last 20-25 years with regard to kingdoms, miasms, sensations, levels, and deeper case-taking techniques that we have developed in the last 20-25 years that greatly adds value to your fundamental knowledge. This is often not taught in the colleges. But there is one more third step, which I think is the most important step, which is once you have fundamental knowledge and you have knowledge of the latest ideas, how to use them in practice. How to develop the skill of investigating the case, of analyzing the case, of using the various tools, the software, the repertories, the new information. And this kind of skill can really only be learnt by watching the expert homeopaths at work. This is the way I learnt it. I first learnt my repertory very well, materia medica and philosophy, really. And from there, I was also learning all the newer ideas and techniques, some of which I developed. But more importantly, I was going to the practice of the most skilled homeopaths like Phatak, like my father, like Kanjilal, like Chakravarti. And watching how exactly they would take the case, how they would analyze, how they would differentiate, how they would treat, how they would follow up, how they would meet challenges, because so many types of cases. There are children, there are cancers, there are people who speak, there are people who don't speak. How do you navigate all of these situations? So, my colleagues and me, we thought the only thing we can do for homeopathy is to create an institution where this kind of skill can be taught, where all the modern and recent advances can be taught, and where people can learn just like we learned by watching. Not by listening alone, but by watching, by discussing. And that's why we created the Other Song Academy here in Mumbai. And what would be ideal is for people to do the master course. That means you are here for 6 months, day in and day out, you are watching, you are learning, you are growing, you are absorbing. And I can tell you with absolute confidence that the people who come out of this 6-month master course are at a much, much better skill level than before. And their success in cases and in practice is something that they tell us has increased many-fold. But we realized that not everybody can spend those 6 months, especially those who are already in practice. They cannot just shut their practice and come here. So that's why we created this fellowship course in advanced homeopathy, and fellowship course in psychiatry. Now these are 3 days every fortnight. And we have been running these courses which are affiliated to the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences. We have been running for the past few years. They are 1-year courses. And the feedback is excellent. For those who cannot do the master course, this is a really great way to improve your skill set. These courses are starting soon. The entry to the next course is the last date is, and I can tell you that this could be the best thing that you can do for yourself. If you are a practitioner, if you cannot come for 6 months, do this fellowship course. And also I want to say that master course students who have done master course in the past, you could also join fellowship course for 2 reasons. One, the cases that you will see, the live cases will be different. So you learn more. 6 months is good, but 1 year more is even better, much better. You know, I had in my clinic in the last 40 years, assistants who would join me for 2 years or 3 years, whole day they would be with me. And I had maybe 15, 20 such assistants over 40 years. And I can tell you that at least 10 to 15 of them are now teaching internationally. So if that is the case, then more you learn, the better. That is one. And secondly, in the last few months, we have advanced even more in our technique. We have evolved our ideas even better. So you will get in touch, updated with the latest of the latest. And that will really help your practice. So whether you are a master course student, a past student of the other song, or a fresh practitioner, fellowship course in advanced homeopathy and in psychiatry of homeopathy, this is what you really should be doing. And I hope you take this guidance from me and join very, very quickly because the time is getting up. And I look forward to seeing you here. Good wishes.